This podcast is part of the It Was a Thing on TV podcast network.
An anthology on the bad, the short-lived, and the forgotten shows and events in television history. You are listening to It Was a Thing on TV.
No, that's it. I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you. Well, I guess I just have my first taste of the filthy side of this business. You're doing great. Need I remind you, sirs, I am a male model, not a male prostitute.
Okay, everyone, bear with me. As you might have noticed in the previous episode, in this episode, I'm fighting a little bit of a cough here, so I'm going to get through this as best I can. Episode 612, Submission 186, the first annual Miss Dog Pageant. The first annual Miss Dog Pageant aired on Fox on May 8th, 2003. Now, guys, we all love the Westminster Kennel Club dog show, right?
Oh, yeah.
We all love the Thanksgiving dog show, right?
That's part of holiday tradition nowadays, yeah.
Okay, but before we had the Thanksgiving dog show, Fox decided we want to have like a special dog show, but it's not going to be any old dog pageant. It's going to be a dog beauty pageant, but it's going to be like a very fancy dog beauty pageant in California. And they decided to call it the first annual Miss Dog Beauty Pageant. And I remember me and my brother watched this back in the day. And we died laughing watching the whole thing. It's an urban legend with us, with this dog pageant. That I put this on this list, and I tried for years. I tried finding this for years, and I couldn't find any luck with it. I could only find one goddamn clip of it on this whole freaking internet. And then one day last week, when we were taping, I on the lark typed in first annual Miss Dog Beauty Pageant, and guess what showed up? This. And I was like, guys, we have an open slot. We're gonna do this damn episode.
So, Greg, without getting into too much detail, because we're going to be seeing this in a little bit, is this basically a dog pageant, Westminster or otherwise, with that Fox attitude from the early 2000s?
Oh, you goddamn bet it's going to have that Fox attitude.
I think you just brought the Fox attitude. Okay.
Oh, yes, you damn well bet. But okay. Who we have hosting this show? Now, Chico, we have a female co-host. Do you want to mention who the female co-host is?
I would love to. The female co-host is Jillian Barberie, who used to be, well, I guess I should say Jillian Reynolds now, but this lady used to be everywhere in the early to mid 2000s. She did Good Day LA. She did the nationwide version of that, Good Day Live.
She was a early 21st century media whore, to use a term from another podcast.
Media Pro, Mike. Media Pro.
No, I disagree. But also, Greg, I think where you and me best know her from, he's shaking his head, so he knows exactly where I'm going with this. She was married to Brett Barberie, former MLB player, used to play for the Expos and a number of other teams.
The Marlins. He's an inaugural Florida Marlin, Mike.
Well, but also he was with the Expos for a while. I don't know if he was drafted by the Marlins in the expansion draft, but he was definitely with the Expos. Plus also the Marlins, back in 1993, they were an NL team, and I live in an AL city, so this was before interleague play, so I didn't really care about the Marlins and the Rockies all that much at this point.
Oh, shame on you. I was all about Brett Barberie. I was all about Charlie Huff. I was all about Orestes Estrada.
Jeff Conine?
Yes, Jeff Conine, 1995 All-Star Game MVP.
And his son now plays for the Marlins. Griffin
Yes.
Conine. Yeah.
You know who her other husband was? Grant Reynolds used to blow stuff up on the Science Channel's What Could Possibly Go Wrong. That is the actual name of the show. What Could Possibly Go Wrong?
Was that hosted by Bubsy the Bobcat?
Oh, God, in retrospect, that game was horrible. Anyway.
Oh, well, we're going to cover that Bubsy pilot for pilot month, so
I'm putting it on the schedule.
it's already on the
Wait.
schedule.
Okay.
Wait, Bubsy pilot?
There was an animated Bubsy pilot.
It's true.
I didn't say it's not true. I just can't believe that Bubsy was deserving of even a pilot of all the video games out there. I'm guessing this is 25, 30 years ago. You pick Bubsy. Okay. But also at the same time, he's making a little bit of a resurgence because I saw Atari is re-releasing Bubsy maybe like in 3D or something like that for like the Switch 2. But Bubsy. Okay.
Okay. And who's the other co-host, Chico?
The other co-host is a man well-known, well-loved, well-respected, a man who brought class to everything he's ever done, John O'Hurley. Talking about To Tell the Truth, Family Feud, Jay Peterman on Seinfeld.
And hold on, we did mention him in a show that should have gotten 6 seasons in a movie, and I'm talking about Scorch.
Plus, also, I remember him very early on. This is after Seinfeld, but before everything else. Maybe like about 4 episodes into Family Guy, he played a cult leader, which is one of the absolute great episodes.
It was Stewie's first birthday. That's the episode it was.
Yeah, he was a Marshall Applewhite type cult leader.
And he looked just like Marshall Applewhite, too, which is even better. If you see that character, he's got the whole gray hair, and oh my gosh, the connections there, just absolutely beautiful.
So identical that Seth MacFarlane should have been sued. And it's a good thing that Marshall Applewhite decided to kill himself, so
he couldn't sue! Brilliant strategy there.
okay, let's play this. So I got the video on. So guys, you want to say anything regarding it, just pause whenever you get an opportunity to, okay? Just raise your hand and pause, okay? All right, let's play this.
Capital of the world. 51 American beauties compete for the title in the first annual Miss Dog Beauty Pageant. Join your hosts, John O'Hurley and Jillian Barbary, as we find out who will be America's first Miss Dog and walk away with a $10,000 prize.
A $10,000 prize? Holy shit!
$10,000 and the title of Miss Dog for a primetime beauty pageant. What?
Let's meet the 51 delegates, led by the official escort, Private First Class Molly, the bulldog mascot of the United States Marines. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the beauties.
Cut out. Directed by Don Wiener.
Hey, he's a respected name in this industry.
Would there be any sort of collusion if the victor of this pageant is a wiener dog? But also, I've already got in my mind, without even having seen this, I know who I'm rooting for. And if this dog ends up winning in the end, I'm going to let it be known. I know there's a 1 in 51 shot, but I've already got my winner in my head.
Tippy, Miss Alabama. Marga, Miss Alaska. Lulu, Miss Arizona. Dallas, Miss Arkansas.
Oh god damn it! The video freaking stopped for like a minute or so, and boy, are we gonna have some problems during this taping. Because whoever taped this, boy, there was some problems. Let's say as we find out all throughout this airing on this Fox affiliate, if you know what I mean.
I don't know how much we lost, but it did say Yorkie Mix, so maybe we only missed that one. I mean, it depends where they're at in terms of states because they are going alphabetically.
Yes.
So they may be only at like California or Colorado now. So, we didn't miss much if they're in that area, but if they're all the way in Pennsylvania, we missed from basically C all the way to P. So we'll see once you hit the play button, but I think worst case scenario, we at least only missed the Yorkie mix.
I did the playback on my second monitor here. That was an Idaho Yorkie mix. So we missed Colorado, California, Delaware, Hawaii, Florida, and Georgia.
I'm sure we'll meet them somewhere down the road.
Sweet Tea, Miss Illinois. Flower, Miss Indiana. Disco, Miss Iowa. Bozette, Miss Kansas. Lady, Miss Kentucky. Fancy, Miss Louisiana. Trinket, Miss...
Okay, Mike, you have something to say?
One of the dogs we just saw was labeled as mixed. That's a dog you normally wouldn't see in a dog show because they want pure breeds. And I know, this is probably 15, 16 years ago when a cat show was in town. I actually wanted to try and get Benoodles and my former cat, the one who passed away about 5 years ago, TC. I wanted to get them into this, and they're like, no, absolutely, like no calicos and absolutely like no domestic house cats. No, I mean, that's just like a generic term for the mud of cats. And it's like, well, that's absolute shit. We've got these beautiful girls who are really talented. Well, when I say we have these beautiful girls, I've got these beautiful girls. And, I want these cats to be shown, and you're not going to accept them because they're not a breed standard. I don't even want to call her like a mutt because she's not a mutt, but interesting seeing not a purebred in this competition. Maybe something to watch for. Maybe the mixed dog is going to end up winning. We'll find out later, I'm sure. Well, we'll definitely find out later. We're going to find out who wins by the end of this.
Well, it's the first annual Miss Dog Pageant, Mike. I mean, come on. You got to have that box attitude with this Miss Dog Pageant.
Maggie, Miss Maryland. Candy, Miss Massachusetts. Dana, Miss Michigan. Savvy, Miss Minnesota.
Okay, now I have to pause here because we've got a tornado warning, and this freaking tornado warning is going to be here throughout the whole freaking special, so...
At least we could tell what breed of dog this is, not just by looking, but you can see the name there, kind of, sort of, even though there's a map inset covering the first word of the dog breed. I'm just going to say, based on how adorable this breed is, I wouldn't be surprised if this dog wins. And I'm talking about a Bichon Frise. Beautiful dog.
Mickey, Miss Mississippi. Susie, Miss Missouri. Bria, Miss Montana. Elizabeth Marie, Miss Nebraska. Sophie, Miss Nevada. Sophie, Miss New Hampshire. Bailey, Miss New Jersey. Susie, Miss New Mexico. Anastasia, Miss New York. Bailey, Miss North Carolina. Kobe, Miss North Dakota. Peta, Miss Ohio. Pistol Blue, Miss Oklahoma. Daisy, Miss Oregon. Lady, Miss Pennsylvania. Willow, Miss Rhode Island. Ginger, Miss South Carolina. Newbie, Miss South Dakota. Jelly, Miss Tennessee. Cleo, Miss Texas. Tessa, Miss Utah. Lily, Miss Vermont. Ruby, Miss Virginia. Stella, Miss Washington. Abby, Miss West Virginia. Mokedy, Miss Wisconsin. Rosie, Miss Wyoming.
I just want to say those are some good-looking bitches.
No, I knew that was coming eventually. I actually have two things to say. First, one dog that Chico didn't mention that we missed because of that little outage. Since there's 51 contestants, you got to include Washington, D.C. There was no District of Columbia. But also, there's one breed of dog I didn't see, and dang it, I wish this dog was taking part in it. Where's the Rottweiler / Yugoslavian Mountain Hound? Do you know what dog is that breed or that mix? No? Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
Oh.
I think that would be great if he made an appearance. And if you've ever seen Triumph going to Westminster, some of the stuff he did, gosh, this has to be about 20, 25 years ago. Absolutely hilarious. Those are my two little observations. We can continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, John O'Hurley and Jillian Barbary.
Well, thank you very much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show tonight. And may I just begin by saying woof woof.
No, you may not.
Tonight we have 51.
All right, Chico, you have... Oh, wait, John said they had 51 contestants, so we do have DC represented.
Yeah. And it also should be noted that John O'Hurley, very much an animal lover.
And I think John O'Hurley there, he sort of said some very sexual comments that may have been acceptable in 2003, but in 2026, you can't say that. You'd be canceled.
No, not in a post-Me Too universe.
One of man and women's best friends to go head-to-head for the coveted title of Miss Dog.
That's right. It's glamour, talent, and tension for these contestants who represent all 50 states and the District of Columbia.
That's 51 dogs and only one crown. You do the math. And by the end of the evening, only one lucky contestant will walk this runway as America's very first Miss Dog.
Ah, you can almost feel the electricity in the air as these beauties hope to impress this very distinguished panel of judges. I mean, let's face it, they're the ones with the toughest job of all. They've got to choose a winner from this incredible collection of canines. It's time to meet the judges. First up, an animal trainer who's worked on the little screen and the big screen. Everything from Friends to Terminator 2, John Van Dyke. A trainer who handles the biggest canine star on TV today, Eddie on Frasier, Matilda Cagney. Trainer and dog behavioral specialist whose clients include Jennifer Aniston, Halle Berry, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, Shelby Marlowe. A professional handler for 25 years and a judge for the prestigious American Kennel Club, Madeline Patterson.
Those are the judges, and here are the rules. Each contestant will be judged in the categories of beauty, poise, talent, and evening wear. Each category is going to be worth 25% of the total score, and by the end of the evening, the contestant with the highest score will be crowned Miss Dog and receive $10,000.
Well, that's a lot of bones. But when we come back, 42 dogs will say goodbye, and only 9 will remain. Just one of them will become Miss Dog. Stick around.
Okay, Mike, you have a question.
Evening wear? That's all I'm saying. Evening wear. What the hell?
Welcome back to the first annual Miss Dog Beauty Pageant. This is the first time some of these beauties have ever been to Hollywood, and they wanted the complete star treatment, so we sent them out on the town.
It's Hollywood, and these girls couldn't wait to see the sights. They hounded the desk clerks with dogged determination.
Are you checking in?
Up to the rooms to freshen up before a tour of Beverly Hills in movie star style. At lunch, they got to know each other better. Then off to the world-famous Walk of Fame to pay respects to their distinguished ancestors. Finally, cocktails and snacks at poolside, where they could really loosen their leashes.
Okay, now I should note, when they went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame to pay tribute to their favorite stars, on the Walk of Fame there was Lassie and Rin Tin Tin.
How cute are they, huh? Do we know how to have fun or what as girls? But now it's time for the first cut of the evening, and this is not going to be easy. John?
All right. Well, most beauty pageants choose the top 10 finalists. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the Miss Dog pageant. So our judges have chosen the exclusive K9. I have in my hand the top 9 finalists. And in random order, they are Anastasia, Miss New York. Sweet Pea, Miss Illinois. And the next spot goes to Dana, Miss Michigan. And she'll be joined by the beauty from Iowa, Disco. All right, we're nearly halfway through, and the next spot goes to Daisy, Miss Oregon. The next slot is for Tippy, Miss Alabama. Coming out of the wire now. How about this? Morgan, Miss Colorado. And won't she be happy, Lady Miss Pennsylvania?
All right, guys. Who do you think out of these 9 dogs is going to win Miss Dog?
The Beagle. I think it was Miss Illinois. That dog is just so beautiful. But the Bichon Frise hasn't been picked thus far. I mean, I think there's still one we need to pick. And the one that I just absolutely loved when we saw the little opening montage, the Malamute from Alaska is just so freaking adorable. I love Malamutes and Huskies. But I'm not really sold on a lot of these picks. I mean, you could even see, I'm sure Greg and Chico may be noticing this when they're announcing the final 9. I'd be like, just shake my head. And, sometimes, just like, oh, they made the right pick. But no, the Beagle is just absolutely adorable.
Well, you could argue that there isn't a wrong pick of this litter, really.
Only one more spot open. One more. And it goes to Susie, Miss Missouri.
Hold on. Mike just put an X like, no good.
Nope, that dog is not representing this competition. No. You know what that dog looks like, especially where you froze it, Greg? When we watch Shaq and the Fool, and they have that dog sometimes running across the screen, it looks like that dog.
For reference, it's 9:57 in the video, folks.
But still, if you ever see Shaq and the Fool, they have this dog running some, I don't even know the whole context of it, but they've had this dog for years. It looks exactly like that dog. And it's not a pretty dog. I'm sorry. Like I said, that's not the Malamute. That's not the Bichon Frise, any of the dogs that I just sort of fell in love with in that opening montage. No. I'm rooting for the Beagle now. Rooting hard.
At least King Cake Baby's not in existence yet. Can you imagine him in this competition judging?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present our canine? And before the evening is over, one of these contestants will become the first ever Miss Dog. Now, be honest with me, Jillian, have you ever seen a more bodacious bevy of beauties?
You know what, John? I wouldn't want to be a judge right now. They are 9 of the most precious dogs in America. Now they're going to have to show us their stuff. It is time for tonight's first competition, and this will separate the pups from the pros, John.
Now, remember, the talent competition counts for 25% of the overall score, so let's get started. First up, the beauty from Illinois.
Sweetie is a 3.5-year-old Border Collie Australian Shepherd mix who's chasing her dream of being Miss Dog. In her quiet time, she's a natural-born babysitter. But she also likes the nightlife and thinks Chicago is her kind of town.
And Sweet Pea is going to show off her powerful hind legs.
This competition is over, folks. That's it. It's like Vince Carter in the slam dunk contest. It's over. I don't need to see the other dogs.
No, Greg, there's got to be one of the other 8 dogs that has a talent that's just going to blow your mind. And that one did blow your mind. I was watching you, and your mouth was agape. You were absolutely shocked by that.
Oh, I was.
It's early, though. I want to see the other 8 before I judge.
Yeah, let's see. Hold on, the dog's going back up. So, oh my God! Now the dog's is walking with her like 2 arms up in the air, 2 paws. This is incredible, Mike. You're a gas too.
She's not just walking down the stairs. Now she's going up the stairs.
It's like any dog can walk down the stairs. It takes...
No. Any dog cannot walk down the stairs on 2 legs. And now this dog's going back up. Greg, I think maybe I misjudged your comment earlier. This may be the winner for the talents. I wasn't expecting the dog to go up the stairs.
No, we didn't either.
Well, that's enough to make you feel guilty next time you take the elevator. Ladies and gentlemen, Sweet Pea.
Okay, they have the judges' scores on the bottom. Now, the tornado warning, I can't see the 4th judge. But the judge who gave that an 8.1, fuck you. Fuck you.
And next up, the contestant from Iowa.
Disco is a 2-year-old golden retriever who's ready for her close-up. She spent her puppy days chewing and chewing and chewing. Today she's older and wiser, but still remembers her heritage. Those chewing lessons really paid off.
And Disco and her trainer, Linda Farr, are now going to dance.
You gotta love a good doggy freestyle. You really do.
Greg, I'm just going to say this. I want to keep an eye on the second judge's score, because if that judge gives that even a tenth of a point higher than the 8.1 on the dog walking up and down the stairs on their hind legs, there's going to be a revolt. That is not better than what we first saw.
Oh no, this would be like the French skating judge from the 2002 Olympics. You remember the French judge from the 2002 Olympics?
Sure.
Oh, Dane does. That was like a national scandal there.
Didn't we have a scandal just last week of that magnitude?
In the curling, yeah. By the Canadians, getting all vulgar with the Swedish. The men's Canadian curling team getting vulgar with the men's curling team from Sweden. And that's the only thing I watch in the Olympics. That's why I'm sort of like, who cares about the figure skating in 2002 or whatnot? I'm here for the curling, and that's it. But let's see these scores, because seriously, like I said, if I see 8.2 or higher from the second judge, no, this is a friggin' sham of a competition.
Give it up again for Disco from Iowa.
Okay, the second judge gave an 8.0, so
The revolt is off. Hold on, I will say this. The first judge loves giving high scores. She gave a 9.1 to the first dog, 9.5 here. That's not a 9.5 worthy talent. I'm sorry.
And it's time now for the finalist representing the great state of New York.
Anastasia is a 1-year-old Jack Russell Terrier who works out with friends and climbs trees like a cat. This pampered princess also loves a complete massage, followed by a relaxing bath. Miss New York, a mover and a shaker.
And Anastasia has a talent for popping.
Tens across the board. Just do it now. Tens. Chico is not a fan. Okay. I think that's adorable.
I do think it's adorable. Is it a televised talent competition worthy act? No.
Nah, I think you're incorrect there, but we'll see what the judges say.
Anastasia, Miss New York.
oh, fuck off, judges. Fuck off.
For the record, what we can see is a 7.6 from the first judge, who gave the 9.1 and 9.5 to the first couple of dogs. And then the second judge, 7.9. Third judge, 7.4. No, this is 9 worthy, in my opinion. This is bad judging. That was so fun,
I
so
agree
adorable.
with the judges. I agree with
Well,
the judges.
And your opinion's wrong.
And next up, our dainty contestant from Missouri.
Susie is an 11-year-old Boston Terrier who leaves no door unopened. If you want to kiss her, well, she doesn't give a lick and travels well, as long as it's comfy. But nothing beats her favorite pastime, napping.
And Susie is now going to sing a country duet with owner Annette Packard.
They've taken these fleas from my skin and set me free. I'm no longer in pain and misery.
it isn't no coincidence that the Fox affiliate put the Weather Center alert crawl for the tornado during this part. My God, hold on a second. He wrote 0.0.
And Chico agreed. He had his arms crossed. No, this is bad. And again, revolts are going to happen if this dog. Okay, 7 point. No, this dog does not deserve a 7.8. I don't even want to see the rest of the scores because they're going to set me off.
Oh, 7.5 and let's see, 7.2.
7.2.
Oh, so
Looks like 7.5.
Looks like 7.5 as well. I'm just saying to myself, that literally sounds like somebody was. Yeah, not even going to finish that sentence.
And the judges are going through that very difficult process of trying to sort things out. How about you? Do you have a favorite yet? Well, keep an open mind because there are more incredible talents coming up right after this.
Thank you, and welcome back to the first annual Miss Dog Beauty Pageant. We're making our way through the important talent portion of the competition, and a reminder that this counts for 25% of the total score. So next up, our contestant, the beauty from Colorado.
Morgan is a 3-year-old Great Dane whose hobbies include fetching and playing in the snow. She's a flower child and a big sister to future Miss Dogs. After a long day in the fields, Morgan looks quite fetching, relaxing in her favorite chair.
And now our long-legged beauty will display her athletic agility.
Okay, I have it muted. Do you want to describe what's going on here?
This is the revival of That's My Dog We Didn't Ask For.
I was just about to say that, yeah.
The judge. The first judge, he gave a nice score, 6.9.
Nice.
Well, technically, he gave 1/10 of a nice score.
7.8 and a 7.4.
And a 7-something.
Yeah.
Lovely contestant is Miss Alabama.
Tippy is a 9-year-old Havanese who's ready for her brush with fame. She still finds the energy to work out every day, even though she has 14 children and 3 grandchildren. That's enough to keep anybody running in circles.
And since Tippy is short, she will now do her short program.
Mike, what do you got? Negative 6.9.
You need to check where your heart is, good sir.
No, that's called rolling over. Every dog can roll over. I was not impressed.
We got a 6.7, a 7.7, a 7.2, and now the weather alert has just completely obscured the fourth score, so we don't freaking know.
Wait, did you say 6.7?
6.7. If only they knew what would happen 22 years from now.
Presenting the beautiful state of Michigan.
Dana is a 5-year-old border collie mix who loves to chew on her stuffed toys. This beauty dines on oatmeal and is friends with a tiger named Tasha and a hawk named Nike. Dana also enjoys a little nip before heading off to dreamland.
Now she's going to show us her acting talent, directed by her owner, Claire Dory.
All right, we're going to start off with a little smile. Big smile. All right, good girl. Achoo. Thank you. Bang. Bang. All right. Well, you just got shot. Are you wounded a little bit? Yeah, a little. All right. All right. That's good. And since this is Miss Dog, let's be a lady and cross your paws. Very nice. Good girl. How about on your table? Up, up, up. On. There you go. Sit. And two big speak. Very quiet. Little speak. Little speak. Good. And give me a big hug. All right.
All right, I give that a 9.7. Oh, an 8.8. 8.1. Okay, 8's all around. Okay.
It looks like 8.5 or so from the top of the number, but I gotta say that was adorable. But the MVP of that was the trainer, because she did a spot-on impersonation of Christy Nome if they knew what Christy Nome would do 20 years in the future.
Oh, God. Why?
Do a little Old Yeller action in the backyard.
Look, we're already going to hell enough for the stuff we've said on this podcast. We're gonna just.
I'm upgrading us to first class. I'm sorry.
The beauty from Oregon.
Daisy is a 3-year-old beagle whose free spirit and sense of adventure make her willing to try anything. Whether it's an Epicurean taste for grapes or a sensual taste for the bubbles. She's still Daisy after all these years.
And Daisy's talent is walking. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Daisy from Oregon.
Mike put 1,000.
And because that's the Beagle, I put it in a heart because I think that dog is absolutely gorgeous. But, oh no, seriously, when that dog went down the stairs on the front legs, everybody was just shell-shocked. That was amazing.
Okay, I think we have 2 dogs left in the talent competition, so let's keep going.
The lovely lady from Pennsylvania.
Lady is a 3-year-old Jack Russell Terrier whose hobby is doing stand-up. She's very mellow and easy to get along with, unless you happen to be a chew toy. And in her native Pennsylvania, she can turn into a real snow bunny.
And now, Lady will actually rescue a stuffed baby animal from danger.
Wow!
That's got to be our winner. That was amazing. 8.2.
8.2?
And tornado warning.
Yeah.
These judges just don't know jack crap about these talents. The ones that are really good, they're giving 7s and 8s to, and the ones that are stupid, they're giving 9s to. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous.
Well, so ends the talent portion. And while the judges are totaling up their scores, let's check on the mood backstage, and I'll bet there are many. Jillian?
Well, things are buzzing back here as the finalists get ready for the evening gown competition, which counts for 25% of their total score. So we're still not close to crowning an overall winner yet. So stick around.
Earlier, two very important awards were given out in the Miss Dog Beauty Pageant. The winner of the Miss Congeniality Award goes to everybody's favorite, Ladybug, Miss Florida. And the recipient of the Miss Photogenic Award is Stella, Miss Washington.
Welcome back. It's time now for the next very important part of the program, the evening gown competition. This allows the judges to see these dogs in a whole new light, and not to mention a whole new dress.
That's right. These splendid couture creations are the work of designer Sharon Day. And here they are, our 9 finalists, dressed to the nines, in the evening gown competition.
And first up is the contestant from Illinois.
Well, this is Sweet Pea. She's a Border Collie Australian Shepherd mix. And you know what? She looks awesome. She looks glowing. She's wearing a short satin bias cut skirt with an overlay of hot pink paillettes on knit, no less.
What is a paillette?
They are like the big sequins.
Oh.
Yes, notice how it accentuates her
I've
waistline.
learned so much just being this close to you. Once again, that's Sweet Pea, Miss Illinois. And next up, the contestant from Colorado.
Well, Morgan looks gorgeous in a tulip tulle skirt top with red satin and red velvet. Again, covered in shimmering red paillettes. And doesn't she have some nice gams on her, John?
Sure does. And I would say if you don't have long legs, you couldn't wear that.
Well, I couldn't wear that then, because her legs are longer than mine.
They're plenty fine once again. That's Morgan, Miss Colorado. And now we have Miss Alabama.
Hippie is a vision in vintage elegance, wearing 40s cotillion-style dress made of white satin with pale yellow tulle with antique beaded ribbon trim, and it's accented with a vintage rhinestone buckle to accentuate that succulent waistline.
It is covered with hair, but succulent nonetheless. Actually, I think she spends more time on her hair than I do. Once again, that's Tippy, Miss Alabama. And next up, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Missouri.
You know, Miss Missouri is sort of like I was earlier this evening, a little reluctant to come out. The dress is a little tight, but she does pull it off very well. She's also wearing black beads on the bodice, but notice how the bustle, yes, we're talking about you, shows off her elegant backside. Ah, she's beautiful.
I wish this was a video podcast so we could see Mike's reaction to this.
That is not worthy of a 9.5. No. And this is just generally awkward. I mean, seriously, they've all got like tutus or some sort of adornment on their backsides. This is not evening wear. I've never seen any dogs wear anything anywhere remotely like this. You know, I actually feel good for the people in Osage and Washington County who are under a tornado warning, because they're probably not even seeing this crap. And then what the hell is this dog wearing? Chainmail? Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that because that's my darling beagle, but still. What the hell is that?
Obviously inspired by Scott Steiner's ring gear. 8 by Chico. Now, is this dog wearing a cape right here?
I almost wanted to hear the Imperial music from Star Wars. Da, 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 da.
Okay, 7687778. I'm going to agree with the second judge there. Now, this dog has a green,
kind of reminds me of the Wizard of Oz.
It does kind of sort of remind me of Wizard of Oz, kind of sort of.
It looks like she's wearing a head of broccoli on her backside.
Oh, the second judge was easily impressed by the broccoli dress. It's 8 and 8. And Mike shaking his head no.
This is all a farce. Like I said, they look absolutely stupid. No dog would ever wear this.
Oh, I agree, Mike. No dog would ever wear this. Let's see. 7685579. And then I think this is the last dog here. What do they give it? 7886885. Okay. Well, that's the competition, so let's continue with the video and get the audio back on.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 9 of the most fashion-conscious canines in America.
You know, they don't call it a competition for nothing. These beauties are dressed to kill.
They certainly are. Half the scores are in, and sadly, 4 of the dogs are going to have to say goodbye, au revoir, au wiedersehen, ciao, or hasta la vista. And when we come back, we're going to find out which 5 will continue their march to the crown.
Okay, Mike, which dog do you think is going to be out?
As long as the Beagle's in, that's the only one I really feel strongly for. And actually, the little one, I don't know what that little breed was. It wasn't Bichon Frise, but that little white one that had to be picked up to be put on that stand for the evening gown competition or whatever you want to call it. That one is kind of cute. And also, I think we do need to see one of the dogs walking on their front legs or hind legs going up and down the stairs, even though the dog that did the rescue, that was adorable too.
I think the rescue's been the best part of the competition, to be honest.
I don't see the Great Dane advancing.
No, I don't.
That's way too much leg. Way too much.
The only Great Dane we talk about on this podcast is Dane from Squared Circle Time Machine. That's a Great Dane.
Welcome back to the first annual Miss Dog Beauty Pageant here in Hollywood, California. The world is waiting, and I am nervous, and in my hands, my clammy little paw, I have the results right here. So, in no particular order, here are the top 5 dogs who will continue to go on. Disco, Miss Iowa. Sweepy, Miss Illinois. Our third finalist, Daisy, Miss Oregon. Our next finalist, Lady Miss Pennsylvania. And now, our last of the 5 finalists, Little Susie, Miss Missouri.
Mike, you're not happy about Susie advancing.
That dog couldn't even walk down the stairs. Did you see that dog's legs trembling? How the hell is it going to win? No. My girl, though, Daisy the Beagle, is still in. Greg could see, as the dogs were being announced, I'd give reactions. And when Daisy the Beagle was announced, I did double thumbs up because that's my dog. That's who I'm rooting for.
Yeah, John, clearly a crowd favorite, Miss Missouri, Little Susie, who can sing. You know, every one of them has the talent, the mind, and the body to make it all the way, but of those 5, who will have that special something that will elevate her to instant stardom as the first ever Miss Dog? John?
All right, judges, get ready, because the 5 finalists now have the chance to make one last and hopefully lasting impression. And that score will be the last component of your beauty and poise vote, which we know that you've been judging all night long. So, here it is, the moments that could make or break the entire competition. First up, Disco, Miss Iowa.
Disco has opted to reprise her synchronized dance routine.
Sweet Pea, Miss Illinois.
Okay, you gave it a 0.0 from that.
No. I gave it a double 0.0. That was no. It was so bad, I had to give it 2 zeros. No.
Sweet Pea is chosen to show off her ability to balance.
Holy fucking shit! She balanced a cup of soda on her nose! A plastic cup!
Unbelievable.
I give it an 8.5.
That's how you deliver a martini. And now, Daisy, Miss Oregon. Daisy's final impression, her upside-down horizontal sprint.
Okay, 10. I don't care.
How does Daisy lose after doing that? I mean, I've been in love with this dog since they announced the final 9. How does this dog not win the competition based on that? That is amazing.
Look at the judges. This one judge, though, he's like, the male judge is like, I don't know, man.
Well, he's probably the judge who's given all these really weird scores. We said that first judge, really gave like super high scores for crappy acts and super low scores for acts that just blew our minds. He's probably that asshole first judge.
Well, like I said, he's probably the French skating judge of this competition, so.
And next up, Lady, Miss Pennsylvania. Lady is about to display her talent for jumping rope. And finally, our final lasting impression from the always elegant and always demure Susie, Miss Missouri. And Susie hopes to leave a lasting impression with her version of O Sole Mio.
Oh, sola mia, che bella lei. Oh, sola mia, stan pronto a te. Oh, sola mia, stan pronto a te. Oh, sola mia.
2 thumbs down.
Man, and I gave it thumbs down too. Seriously, back when I was a teenager into my early 20s, we had a husky, and we could get him to do the same thing, but we actually had to like sing into a fan. That's not a friggin' talent. That's just some sort of like signal to the dog. Hurr, hurr, hurr. That was not good.
Ladies and gentlemen, our top 5. Well, it's all in the judges' hands now. Which one will be Miss Dog? Jillian, what do you think?
I have no idea. I like Miss Oregon and Miss Missouri, but I don't want to pick because I'm not a judge. So I'm just going to have to wait and see like the rest of everybody, but not for long because we're going to crown the winner right after this.
Jillian Barbary sort of does look like the golden retriever dog, just saying, with that long flowing blonde hair.
Oh, God, Mike.
But it's just an observation. She looks like, I'm not saying she has those golden blonde locks and she kind of looks like the golden retriever. But I'm still rooting for my girl Daisy, the beagle from Oregon.
Welcome back to Hollywood, where one of these 5 beautiful contestants is about to be crowned America's very first Miss Dog.
That's right, the years of training, sacrifice, and dedication all coming down to this moment.
The decisions are in. And right here in this envelope with the results verified by Patrice Jeffries of the accounting firm Jeffries and Associates. Thank you very much, Patrice. Always comes down to accountants, doesn't it? Our fourth runner-up is Daisy, Miss Oregon.
Okay, I actually censored myself because my reaction was F that crap. No, she was not the fifth best dog. No, especially compared to that dog who basically whined, and it took a long time for that dog to whine doing O Solo Mio. No, no. This whole thing is a sham. This is why it didn't see a second annual dog beauty pageant. No, bull crap.
Our third runner-up, Disco Miss Iowa.
Thanks. It's rigged. It's rigged.
Oh, you damn well bet. Oh, God.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm going to make a prediction. I think the winner is going to be the Jack Russell Terrier because, remember, this is about the time the original run of Frasier was coming to an end. Everybody loved Eddie. I think there's going to be a little bit of bias here.
Oh, yeah, especially since one of the judges is Eddie's handler, I believe.
Second runner-up is Little Susie, Miss Missouri.
Okay, so we're now down to 2, Mike. Who you think's going to win? You said it yourself, right?
I said the Jack Russell's going to win because, again, the Frasier kind of recency bias, but also, as you just mentioned, one of the judges is Eddie's handler. I think there's going to be a little bias there.
And now for the $10,000 prize and the crown. The next name that I speak will be the first runner-up and then the winner. And if, for any reason, Miss Dog cannot fulfill her obligations, the first runner-up will take over, and the first runner-up...
Now, hold on a second. I got a question. What would constitute this dog not being able to constitute her duties, Mike?
Appearing in a naked spread for Penthouse? Vanessa Williams joke.
Is... Lady Miss Pennsylvania, America's first Miss Dog is Sweepy Miss Illinois. Sweepy, you have earned your crown. Take your walk for your adoring fans. This is your day. You shine all the way. Now you're Miss Dog, and you're beautiful. You've done your best. It seems you've been raised. Now you're Miss Dog, and so beautiful. That special sparkle that shines in your eyes says you've won our hearts. You've won the prize. So this is your day. You shined all the way.
somebody wrote that.
Oh, yes, somebody did.
And John O'Hurley sang it.
Now, guys, if we ever make an album, some of the stuff that's been on our podcast, and we'd call it, now that's what we call a thing on TV, that's going to be on the album.
I actually was hoping that John O'Hurley would break into a little bit of the $1.98 beauty show serenade. You win the prize, you take the cake, you get the crown on $1.98. I really wish he would have done that. That would have been absolutely hilarious. Not very contemporary, but it'd be hilarious.
Oh, it would have.
All right, good night, everybody, and don't forget to join us again next year for the second annual Miss Dog Beauty Pageant. Bye,
Good night, everyone.
Oh, well, Jillian, I got some bad news. To quote Wade Barrett, the ratings for this Miss Dog Beauty Pageant came in. Now, this was on a Thursday night on May 8th, 2003. So let me tell you what was going up against. On NBC, we had back-to-back episodes of Friends. We had Survivor. I guess this was the Amazon season of Survivor, Chico.
Yeah, looks like it.
On CBS. And then on ABC, we had a special. Favorite Stars Then and Now, an E! Entertainment special. So, Friends did a 12:08 for the 8 o'clock episode and a 12:05 for the 8:30 episode. Survivor did 11:04. Miss Dog actually did a 3:3. It actually beat the ABC special by a 1/10 of a ratings point.
Greg, you missed something down below. Take a look at UPN.
Oh, SmackDown. It did a 1/10 of a point better than SmackDown. And let's see what. Oh, WB was airing the Vin Diesel classic Pitch Black, which did a 1.6. Man, when you could barely beat SmackDown on UPN and some special on ABC, it's easy to see why this didn't get a second year. But you know what? This was a fun special. I'm not going to lie.
It was cute.
It was dopey.
It was dopey, but it was fun dopey.
It was stupid.
Mike, you know you love that dog walking on the legs. You love that part.
I did, but the rest of it, the evening gown or whatever you want to call that, that made zero sense.
No.
We didn't need this after the first one because you know what happens a year later?
What?
We got the Puppy Bowl.
Oh, that's right. We did about a year and a half later. So why do we need a dog pageant competition? So when we could just have the Puppy Bowl.
And puppies are cuter than full-grown dogs, with all due respect to full-grown dogs. Puppies are adorable. Plus, also, all the puppies they use, they're up for adoption, or at least at the time Puppy Bowl was recorded, they're up for adoption. So they need a nice, loving home.
Yep. But, in 2003, Fox gave us maybe a glorious thing on TV, and I will battle you if you disagree with me.
And I will battle you if you disagree with me. I absolutely fucking love that. That's the first time we've actually had, like, threatened warfare. If you disagree with me, I'm going to slay you. You can find us at our website, itwasthathingontv.com, on Facebook at It Was a Thing on TV Podcast, and elsewhere at It Was a Thing on TV. You can find us on any podcast player, and we're also on YouTube, where you can subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with our releases, including what's coming up next time. When we return, we're going to be celebrating somebody's birthday. I wonder who we're going to celebrate. It's me. And we're going to talk about My Money in the Bank. We're going to talk about a cartoon from the early 70s, which has had a little bit of a resurgence on a certain TV channel that at least two of us watch on a fairly regular basis. It's a contemporary cartoon. There's laughs, but it's more talking about current issues in terms of stuff that people in the 70s would have gone through, the hot button issues, talking about really adult topics, at least for 1972, 73, 74. So, well, next time, I guess you'll have to wait till your father gets home to find out what we're going to talk about. Ha, ha, ha. Right here, and It Was the Thing on TV. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Chico. Thank you for listening. And thank you to all those adorable dogs. Thank you for kind of sort of giving some entertainment 23-ish years ago. And thank you to whoever uploaded it, because this was a darn fun episode.
Yeah, it was Jackaltron 2. We thank that person for uploading it.
All right, now we can roar us out.
Okay, good. Wow!
Elaine, what did you want to talk to me about?
This! My office! Sam trashed my office!
Well, I see what's going on here. I am smack dab in the middle of a good old-fashioned catfight.
Mr. Peterman, this is not a cat fight. This is violent, psychotic behavior directed at me, all because I told her to swing her arms.
Woof.
You mean rear?
Yes, that's the one. Good day, Elaine.
Oh, no, please, Mr. Peterman. She's crazy. Crazy for
Molly Shannon gave Elaine a look like, I will fucking kill you.
I will cut you.
And